week 2 of the redaction. Can have a look back at week 2 results and look forward to a few of the week 3 games. It's just me and Matt today. How you doing, Matt?
Evening, sir. Good. No, no truth in the rumour that Jez was worried about playing the Spitfires tonight. Then.
No, I doubt that's why. Well, that's definitely why he's not here. This is a last-minute job. Um, he literally mailed me earlier today. Said we're trying to work out a day, and I was like, no, I can't do it this week. I haven't got any time. And then literally, what was it, about 2 hours ago,
Something like that.
I got a pass when some plans fell through. So I said, can we do it? And he's probably still on a train home or something. So unfortunately, he's not going to join us today. So it's just me and you. So you can try and dissect the Spartans for me, so I can set myself up as best as possible to see if I can eke a win out.
Oh yeah, because I do so well with defense.
Well, defense is the cornerstone of this game, right? Great D.
Yeah, great D. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you have a great D. There's a reason why I'm an offensive. I was an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I think it makes a difference. It just doesn't make a difference for me and you.
No, definitely doesn't make a
Yeah,
difference.
those that know what they're doing, it makes a big difference. But for us, it's not helping. Right. Okay. So let's get into it. So, um, what were the scores on the board last week then for us then, Matt? Now you're the
Right,
official
right.
point scorer.
The official point scorer. It was 1 point for a correct, 3 points for a correct score, and 5 points if you got the whole thing right. But it was
Right.
a massive high scoring week this week. I got 1 point, you got 1 point, and Jez got 1 point.
Right. It's,
It basically proved that we know bugger all.
so I got my point for the Bears, did I?
Yeah, yeah,
Jez got the point for his game because he backed himself,
yeah. I got
and
1 for the Scorps.
and you got one for the Scorps. Okay.
A high scoring week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
Cool.
got a feeling 10 points could win this entire competition.
Yeah, just that one fluke getting the score right, and that's it. You've flown away with it with 13 points, haven't you? Right, okay. It wasn't any big shocks, I don't think, on those 3 that we looked at.
Nothing, nothing surprising. The only thing you could maybe say is that Bay Bears did a number on the Sonics after the Sonics doing a number on the Blues the week before. So
Yeah.
whether
Getting a
that's the
bit.
state of that division, maybe, or maybe it's the Bay Bears are quite good, but they're not Razorback good.
Oh, wrong one. Yeah. I saw that Tad had said as well that there's just a lot of holes that need to get fixed, which he obviously didn't have much time with coming in late. Um,
Well, he came in round 5, didn't he?
yeah,
Round 5, I think.
yeah, I think so.
And
Yeah,
about 2 picks or something like that.
yep, yep. A lot of turnovers in the game, but reasonably even. Um, the Bay Bears have definitely got a rushing game this season by the looks of it, with Byers.
Now, did the quarterback play, or was it? No, it wasn't Carr again, was it? It was back to the one that traded in still.
Yeah, Diazalan or Diazapan.
Mm.
Well, one of those
Sounds like a
ones.
drug, doesn't it? Sounds like one of them painkillers, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Maybe that's why he's still in. He's quite addictive.
Mm.
The other thing of note I thought was that Jez seems to do a pretty good job on stopping Pippa. So
Well, I think Jez is. He got rid of his offense. He got rid of. He says he got rid of his offense. I'm not sure if he did, but he didn't trade much of his defense out. I think his defense is pretty strong. It has been for a number of years. So maybe he's got a couple of good DTs in. Yeah, he said last week he got one good DT and one young DT.
right,
But maybe his young DT is level 15, and he's all pro. His other one is an all pro level 20 job.
it could be. Yeah, a bit of a come from behind there though. Last 48 minute and 54th minute, getting those two touchdowns, which
I mean, Dan didn't get very many yards, and I know what level he was when I traded him out to Brady a season and a bit ago. So he'll have coached up since then. So he's getting nothing. So
yeah,
I think Jez has probably got a tasty defense, but I don't know. It might be still a little bit with him trading everything out allegedly trading everything out.
yeah, yeah. And our friend Bloodaxe got his second MVP on the trot for an OG. So
What the hell has he got? What? Come on, let's go into Blood Axe. Let's analyze an offensive guard for the only time ever this season.
well, he's got Showman.
Ooh, yeah,
He's
he's got Sherman.
he's got a home streak. So
He's
he's
got Fangle.
he was playing a couple of levels higher again this time around. He's
Isn't
65.
Frenzy extra levels as well if you're playing a rival from memory, or is it a bit of rival?
Um,
It is.
I don't know. Is it?
I've got a feeling
Fancy.
you get extra levels for it, but I can't remember when they activate from them. And I've ever had any of my players with it.
When playing against a rival, add 1 level. When playing against a bitter rival, add 2 levels.
But that's a
Um,
bloody. It's not a bad one to have with home streak as well. So
yeah, but I don't think these are these rivals because they're not in the division together. Slight grudge, so no, wouldn't have kicked in. But yeah,
aye,
he's obviously doing a good job for somebody. or
aye,
he's he's got some dirt on Jess. No, I don't know. But yeah, it's that was a good result for the Spartans. Mainly because it meant I went to Spitfires went top of the division for the first time in 2 physical years.
go on then. Show us the standings. Come on, highlight it. Go on, go for it. It's only time that you're going to be able to do it for a while yet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
First time. Hey up. Help have upset Siri. It's come on my phone.
Look out. Yeah, there's how many we got? We got 2 in CFC West. The Sharks have gone to the top for the first time in a long time.
It's because I've
And
had 2 sneaky wins.
yeah, uh, so yeah, Sharks Stampede got Barbarian still on a 2-0. Scorpion still on a 2-0. Spitfires 2-0. Aztecs. Oh, Aztecs. We're going to cover off their game this week. Spartans, Razorbacks, and Mariners. So Spitfires are playing Spartans this week, so at least one team's going to go lose that 0 loss. Let's get who the others are playing, but hey, we might get onto that.
Aye, have a look.
Yeah. Um,
So the only thing about I'll say about my game is that I was playing it was a rival. They were a rival to me, but I wasn't a rival to them. So I don't know whether that makes any difference whatsoever, or it's just I'm crap away as usual.
well, I guess if there's a few frenzies and a few like you've just seen, and
I don't know whether there is or not. I've no idea.
Well, Lobley is, but was he even playing against you with his F and G that he's got?
We killed him.
Yeah, absolutely destroyed. Did he pick?
Literally, he's done for the year.
Did he pick those up in that game?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my days! He's 100 and he's dead, isn't he? That's dead. Surely that's
I
dead.
would say, wow, wonder. You do wonder.
Picked up
I
a
mean,
G.
actually, looking at that, they've got the injury crisis now almost. You know, that's one, two. No, it's the same. Well, no, they've got a two. They've got another one with a G there, G and a B. They've got two. It's basically dead.
I tell you what, G. There's a G, a B, and a C.
And the G and the B are the same. Oh, no, they're not. No, so they're not. So
No,
ignore me.
no.
Ignore me. It's the way I'm reading it.
Yeah. So yeah, Lobley has literally been carried out in a coffin by the looks of it from that game. But I guess while he was on the pitch, he was +1 level.
He wasn't doing much. He wasn't
Yeah.
doing much. It was as usual. I was getting passed against, but you know, I think that's going to happen to me a lot. Everybody's scared stiff of my DTs, so I don't think anybody wants to try and run against me.
Just waiting for champagne, aren't you, to get activated?
Hey, Campaign got another pick. He's on 2 picks. I think you know
Yeah.
he must be in the top interception leaders. You know, but I don't know because the stats aren't working. So you know.
Yeah, yeah, a week out of date, aren't they? So it's a bit hard to tell. And Watson gets your MVP, so he's still going strong.
Oh, he's doing all right. Watson is.
Yeah. Right, okay, so let's go and have a look at the games that we were going to pick out then for week 3. So we were going to cover off Magpies and Sharks. So we've seen the Sharks are one of our 2-0 teams playing the 1-1 Magpies. So we've had a look at both of those games actually, haven't we? Oh no, let's have a look at the Islanders. So this was an OT win at home. Definitely not much ground game in this game.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that there's much pass protection either for this is quarterback either.
5 sacks this week. Yeah, we'll have to do a Dev Squad Stew sack watch.
He's had a few.
Hinty got the MVP again. Didn't get as good return on the reverse this time though. So 5 carries for a total of 0 yards in this game. With a lot.
Do you think we gave that plan away?
Well, you see, I don't know if you can defend it against it. To be quite honest, I'm not sure if you can. It's just
Containment.
yeah, it might be one of those ones that you get one of those 80-yard breakaways once every 3 seasons, and you think, oh, it's just enough to keep you putting
Well,
it in the game plan.
if you've got your linebackers following the ball,
Hmm.
that's where it could go wrong. Rather than sitting and waiting in the zone.
Have you found that works then? Because I've tried it in the past, but I was never entirely convinced.
I've never done it with the linebackers, but I have started doing it with Mr. Champagne. So he suddenly started picking the ball. So I don't know.
Okay.
And whether that's just a complete and utter fluke and that's it, he's done for the season with two picks. I've no idea.
Right.
I don't know. I just thought I can't get anything happening with him. You know, I'll follow the ball. So I presume it's the same with linebackers because I presume if they're following the ball, they've got a chance of making the tackle. I don't know how the formula works.
Oh, one for us
If
to have
you've
a look
got
into.
a stud linebacker, outside linebacker, and they're running it to the other side, surely you want to be following the ball so he's got a chance of making a tackle.
Yep.
But That's a question for somebody who's far more expert than we are.
So somebody who knows what they're doing and uses it quite regularly. Well, answers on a postcard, on the comments.
What does it do?
Does it work? And what does it work well with? Right. So on that
Does it work
basis,
as well as bracket does?
don't talk to Jez about bracket. Oh, I suppose you could talk about it today, because you won't get grumpy about it. Um,
Doesn't
right.
work.
Okay. So, yep. Right. God, look at he's got the number one defensive end with on the sack table there.
Who's he played so far?
Wallenberg.
He's played. Who did he play?
So
Who's
that's
he beat? Who's Alex beat?
Magpies and Anacondas he's played so far this season.
Played the Magpies. He's playing the Magpies.
Oh, he's playing the Magpies. Who did he play? It was Brighton, wasn't it? Brighton.
Right. Well, I've got a
Highlanders.
feeling Brighton. I haven't looked at the Brighton game because obviously I'm playing them next. I've got a feeling from memory they haven't got a 65 quick miss left tackle.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So
Memory.
yeah, they were sacked 6 times, whereas the Sharks were only sacked 5 times. Um, okay. So we had a little look at Magpies injuries already. I think we can definitely say that Lobley probably is definitely not playing. He's already on injured reserve. One OG for Sharks. Do the Magpies have any blitz threat or pass rush?
No. No, they didn't. Yeah, they rushed me a little bit, but
Yeah, this is their
not
number one guy.
massive. Not massive. And it wasn't massive pressure on my guy.
Yeah, okay. I do like this though. Best receiver and best rusher is NT Career with 86 yards rushing. Obviously, that rushing total is probably going to go down during the season based on the performance this week with reverse, but we'll see. But yeah, don't see that often.
Well, I've got an interesting theory. If you run a reverse with peripheral vision, does that mean they're even more dangerous?
I don't know. Don't think so.
I was going to say because the running back can't get peripheral vision, can it? So
No, so I don't think it's considered. I think it's only on um, in the formula for completion. Right. Okay. Magpies, Sharks. Can the Sharks go 3-0 against this lot? Anything else you want to look at before you put a score on the board?
well, having played the Magpies last week, I think to be honest, the Magpies will have too much on them.
What are you going to go with?
28-10, the Magpies. What we'll do is I'll send an email to Greg to Jez when we're finished and get everybody's scores on me scores so we can keep this a level contest.
Yep.
Don't want him complaining he missed a week.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna back the Sharks. I'm gonna go 24. I think it could be another close one. So 24, 27. See what happens.
Okay.
Or if I was gonna do a Jason call an OT, but I don't feel like I should.
No.
Right.
No, I wouldn't surprise me if the Sharks beat him. It wouldn't surprise me. I think, as I said in the season preview, the Sharks are the team, my dark horse to make a playoff spot this year.
Yeah. Because what was the season preview stuff with? So Magpies were above average, 4 stars on the pass offense, and then we had All the way down the other end, wasn't it? Sharks were weak, but 5-star on the pass offense and a decent run defense as well. So it might be the pass defense if it's
Mm,
that
don't
might
know.
let them
We'll
down.
see.
Might let them down, but we'll see. Yeah, I think it'd be a reasonably decent game, close wise, but wouldn't be the first time I'm wrong either. Right, okay. Next one we had was Spartan Spitfires. Honestly, it's not the real reason Jez isn't here. So both of these teams 2-0. We had a
Yeah.
little look at Jez's game. Managed to stop Pippa. And the Spitfires game was against the Snow Bears. So again, I'm not too sure where the Snow Bears are at the moment.
Well, they're still in the rebuild, aren't they? So it's still a way off.
Yeah,
If I had to say, at least another season, probably two, possibly. Uh,
yeah,
I mean, he sold most of his players off in that first off season. Most of them actually came to Hamilton, but so he sold most of his players off. So I don't know. I think the Snow Bears have got at least another season in them, if not 2 seasons before they're competitive again.
yeah, indeed, indeed. Yeah, my CB, he had a good game. Got a couple of picks. One of the old boys are traded in, so he's good. My kicker had a good game. I was quite happy with that.
Was your CB following the ball?
I don't think he was. No, I don't think he was. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. But King got a few yards up as well, and Alan had one of his best games, so not too bad. Right,
What did Gibb up there? 200 and something yards.
he did 228 yards of
Aye.
13, so yeah, he's shaping up nicely. He had a good season on the dev squad, so can't complain about that one. Right, let's have a look, see what. I think the surprising thing for me here is that they are actually saying that they predict the Spitfires by a spread of 1.
Right, okay.
Jez has only got 1D injury on a defensive end. Is that a starter? He started 1 this season.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not.
I think he's a starter.
Okay, well,
I think he's a starter.
that might be a good sign for us. Only a little
Your,
one.
and your centre didn't recover at all.
No, he didn't. No. So, yeah, so. Oh, damn.
He's clinically dead as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think
And a load of dings on special teams, I suspect, that you
yeah.
got there.
I think if he doesn't come back before the end of the season, that was probably his last game because he'll probably get retired, I should think, after aging this time around. Right, okay,
Yeah,
so hmm?
and did he have Tylus as well? So he shouldn't have got injured in the first place.
He did have
Or was it Well
Tylus.
Manuel? It's one of the two he had. I remember he had one of them. And was like, he shouldn't be getting injured anyway.
Yeah, should have definitely been reducing the chances, but I don't know, just luck of the. I mean, he is age 11, so
I don't. I think certain coach in the Big Sky has proved that it doesn't matter how old they are.
Well,
Definitely changed
yeah,
my way of thinking. Definitely
yeah,
changed my way of thinking.
yeah. I don't know whether he's got more cover just in case, or whether that is the key to it, because his attributes column is definitely stacked on pretty much every single player. So
Mm.
that might be making a difference. Um, but yeah, this can be this is first test really for us. It might even, I mean, Jez might even be thinking about it as a bit of a test here as well because he thinks he's
How
sold it all.
well, he says he sold the offense, but he's still scoring points. So he's beaten the Redcoats last week. They're not a bad team. I seriously don't think he's sold any of his defensive players. I mean, last year he got rid of a couple of level. He got rid of the IB. He was about level 18 the season before. He got rid of another player who was about level 17. Oh no, he was a left tackle. Thinking about it, but I think his defense is strong, but he's got no wide receivers, and he's sold his running backs.
Yeah, yeah, that I mean those overall stats kind of say that, don't they? Defense 6, offense 22 overall, and
Mm.
vice versa there. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we'll be able to get on at the same time next week, and then we can have a little bit of a debrief on what we thought. So, right. So, what are you going to call this then? As
I actually think you've got a chance of sneaking it, but my head says I'm playing the game. I'm going to go 28-21. It would not surprise me if you beat him. If you can score points, I think you'll win.
yeah, um,
'Cause I don't think he can score. I don't think his team's capable of scoring over 30 points.
yeah,
No, I'll put
yeah.
28. But I don't think any. If you score over 30, I think you win the game.
Um, should we go with that then? I don't know. Um, yeah, it could be. Um, oh, let me go that. That's probably a little bit. Yeah, yeah. I've been quite pleased with how the offense is moving. It's deep zone. I find it quite depressing watching incompletion after incompletion. We still managed to move the ball though, so we could be in with a chance. And then it just comes down to whether we can stop his offense. It could be quite a lower score than this actually, because we might cancel each other out. But we'll see.
I don't know.
It's gonna
I don't
be
know.
that. I think potentially it could be one of those frustrating games, maybe for the Spartans, because again, it might be that he might contain us for 80% of the game, but then we'll get that one breakaway that gets us the score, maybe the old
Seems to be
perf.
what happens with deep zone. Seems to be what happens with it, especially if you've got a receiver with peripheral vision. It's just, I mean, in Galloway for me, he had a shocker this week. He completed about 40% of his passes, but threw for 300 odd yards, and Watson still caught over 200 yards
Yeah,
and broke away about 3 times or something crazy.
yeah,
So
yeah. It could be one
need
of
to
those
complete
ones.
few passes to Gibb, and he could score four.
Yeah, yeah. Could be one of those games. Yeah, been on the receiving end of them plenty of times, so I know how frustrating it can be. But let's see if I can dish it out for a change. See what happens. Right.
It'll be interesting. Be interesting. I've got to admit, it's the game I'll be watching after mine.
Good stuff. Right, okay, last one we're going to have a look at. Now, the reason we picked this one out, because it does look like it's a bit of I was surprised it didn't have M&F next to it, because it was definitely one of those ones that smelt a little bit off. But we thought, when are we going to talk about the Aztecs potentially going 3-0 again, which they can do with this
Season
result?
50, maybe?
Exactly. So let's have a little look at their result from this week. They played the Meerkats, a convincing 38-16. Ian still loving passing that ball. But we got
Well,
quarterback White in there now.
well, that receiver's tasty. Mm,
Just
Eight, I
Handley.
think he's eight. Yeah, I think he was in it. He was in elite. Got peripheral vision.
Oh, he picked that up in week 1 of season 37.
Yeah, yeah. That's one you want to find out. Though, has anybody actually got any attributes that actually come through after 2 weeks?
Um, I've not.
There's none
No.
reported on the website. I've looked.
Yeah, yeah. It's all just the ones that come through from college, isn't it? You haven't seen anything yet, so I think people are seeing it on the game play by play, but I'm not sure anybody's seen it on the player cards or anything. So, um, yeah, he's looking good in it. So
Oh,
23.42 average.
he's
Um,
got to be at least level 18. I suspect maybe even higher.
yeah, yeah, it's nice little one he's got there. He's played every single game as well for him by the looks of it.
Well, he's
So
not elite, is he? He's quality. He was quality, wasn't he?
it was
So that was
quality, yeah. I don't know whether it
so.
might have been scouted as well, maybe. Um, yeah,
Well, Dave, he's always got. Sorry, Ian's always got one tasty receiver. He always likes to throw it deep with a quarterback to one receiver. He's always got one he likes. That just seems to be what he wants to do. He just wants to throw bombs every game
yeah,
and see how many he can complete.
yeah.
At the moment, it's working.
Yeah, he's got a nice running back. See, the Aztecs have picked up the 2 players each season. So this season and last season, they picked up the player that I scouted. So,
Well, it's your own fault. You could have picked him first this year.
well, you see,
I have no sympathy.
the funny thing is I could have taken Rascal last season at number 1, and got the +2 on him. But I decided not to. Obviously. Where did he get picked? He got picked at 6. Um, so I could have taken him at 2 or 3, and he would have got 1 level because he was already level 8. But hindsight's a fantastic thing, because having him and then also being able to pick up Samson this time around at number 1, that would have been a lock in for I-form, I think. So
Yep.
I might have dodged the bullet. But yeah, so he should be a half decent running back, and a 4.4 average on 13 carries isn't bad. At least he looks like he's got something for that red zone. Um,
Mm. Shall we just bring the elephant up in the room? As we've proved, if you're as Jez has proved this week in the Empire, if you try and throw it on the goal line, it doesn't work.
yeah, yeah, I did see all of that, and again, I don't know. I had a quick chat with him. He's definitely got the advanced tab stuff set as well, so that he won't even try to kick a field goal. Um, So he's always going to go for fourth down in that kind of situation.
You need a running back. You always need a running back.
You do, yeah. And I mean, I think if you can pick up a running back that's got red zone, you don't even have to have a high level on them, do you? Because you know, the RZO does
Yeah. It's
quite
an
a
extra
bit.
yard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I don't even think you need a massive level just for like a goal line stance and just he'll just fall over there just with that attribute, I think.
I did see that, but I was like, okay. But then again, who's running screens into the end zone? How often does a screen work into the end zone in a real football game? It doesn't.
That's a 2 point play, right?
It's definitely not a goal line play.
No, no. And I don't know. I don't know what his team in the Empire plays. I don't know, is he like playing short zone or deep zone? Because again, there's
No
more.
idea.
You got a lot less chance in the red zone, I think, with the deep zone pass plays. So obviously, there's not as much room. So anyway, we might find out next week after another game whether Jez managed to fix that one or not.
I
Um,
suspect he might be running the ball in the end zone this week.
yeah.
Right, so let's have a look at here.
And then the
Yeah,
Outlaws. What are the Outlaws? How badly are they getting beaten? Well, not
not
badly
by
enough.
enough, not badly enough.
Oh dear, look at that. James is disappointed at how well we did. Well, that's a good sign for the Aztecs because he's actually going to have a word with them to see if they can do worse. Um,
And also, he's got a few points to catch up the Warriors. They must be miles ahead in their first win. First win is the
yeah,
first.
yeah. So it's going to be a big game. Uh, Aztecs road win 3-0 for the first time in. We'll have to look up how long it is since that. I'm going to go 48 to 10. And how about yourself?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 42-3. Shooting a kicker for scoring.
Yeah, I think it could be a 50 plus game to be honest, but I'll go 48 10. Yeah, but just on the basis the Aztecs like passing the ball, they pass it deep. Again, they got peripheral vision guy. They're playing a team that's trying to tank. So, you know, there's a good chance of them not having the ball for long to get it into the end zone. So, and if the Outlaws aren't moving it, there's going to be a lot of punting and then a lot of potential quick
Okay.
passing game back up into the end zone. So it could be he could run up one here, could run one up, and that'll put them in number one seed spot probably going into second half of the season. Right. Um, just one other thing I wanted to point out today. I just wanted to say what a fantastic job that Richard Jackson did this week at caretaker. I mean, this is what caretaker's there to do, right? It's like come up against a team like the Stallions who look like they're struggling and just turn them into something that looks like a superstar team. So, so well done, Rich. Fantastic work.
Thing is, actually, based on the week before, I reckon he could have won that game if he wanted to. I'm a little bit disappointed he didn't win it.
Yeah, I think he probably knows that, but again, it's that kind of thing of it's one of those things I was thinking about today is like, when I first started playing this game, I took doing the right thing for your team just meant winning, but that isn't the case, isn't it? Resting, throwing, you know, working for those first win incentives, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, again, I don't know. 29 passing yards for the Stingrays and 0 rushing yards. Their best player on the pitch was a guy called Penalty again. So yeah, but he's done a fantastic caretaker job there. Well done, Rich.
He did. Yeah, he's done well there. But I'm a bit disappointed he didn't go for the win.
All right, there we go. Just that was just a quick one for us today. Last minute, try and get one out. I hope it's enjoyed. Was there anything else you want to cover off before we finish today, Matt?
I'm still not letting anybody run the special teams play, so I'm a bit disappointed about that. Come on, where are these special team plays?
Oh,
0 yards.
you always leave them towards the end, don't you, for the big games? Um,
Yeah.
there's
To be
there's
honest, I nearly played mine in week one.
you played yours in
Just
week one.
I nearly played it in week one. I was
Right.
so close to picking it. So close.
Well, why not? It was a big game in week one for you, wasn't it? So
It was a big game. Yeah, big game.
yeah, but I think there's going to be a lot of key games coming up after week 4, things like that. That'd be where they'll be pulling them out of the locker. So we'll have to see if we can spot them as we go. But yeah,
Aye.
right. If there's nothing else, we're finished there today on a quick one, and we'll be back next week, hopefully with.
Yes. The only thing I will say, actually, one last thing, actually, if anybody's interested, shoot us an email if you want to come on and talk utter garbage for an hour with us.
Yep, absolutely, totally agree. If Matt is our talent spotter for the redaction, so anybody wants to come along and tell us how it's done, please do, because then it lets everyone else listen to somebody else as well. We say less, everyone gets happy, right?
Definitely. Definitely.
Cool. All right, and then
But,
next week we'll do some Super Bowl predictions as well. All right,
well, we all know the Super Bowl's going to be between.
probably, but we'll see. All right. So, well, thanks, Matt, and see you soon. See you all.